What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be going over the trade that I took on NQ. It is December 9th, 2025. Today was a really quick one and done, really early trade into the morning, and kind of a surprise that I was even able to get this set up today, and I'll kind of get into all of that and why I took it. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so going into the day, there is this fair value gap here on the 4-hour and in the daily. This is the daily fair value gap, I do believe. Yep. You can see that price is generating a bunch of low resistance buy side right below this fair value gap, which means I am actually pretty bullish for the long term. I think we are going to retrace maybe a little bit slightly, but there are a bunch of low resistance draws to the highs, so I had to keep that in mind. Going into the day today, around market open, market was actually displacing down after this little rebalance from yesterday. And right here, right at market open, we ended up putting in an SMT with ES. ES was nowhere near sweeping out this low, and NQ just came down and took it out immediately. If we look at ES here, ES did not take out this low right here, and NQ, sure enough, went ahead and took it out. So we have an SMT on a 1-hour, 4-hour low. This is a very strong SMT. So already I'm kind of bullish going into the day. I want to see the reaction out of this SMT and what happens from there. So at 9:31, first presented fair value gap did go ahead and print out. It was right here. We have first presented fair value gap. This is a great place for first presented fair value gap because if you look right here, NQ ended up generating pretty much equal highs, as well as ES. ES did the exact same thing, printed equal highs, if you can see that right there. And whenever you get equal highs printed like this or equal lows, just know that it's an extremely strong draw on liquidity because there's a bunch of stop losses built up right there. So we're going to go ahead and mark this out as our buy side. So that's our buy side for the day. Once this printed at open and I saw these equal highs, I was like, okay, we got a very clear low time frame draw on liquidity. So that is what I kind of had in mind. That's what I wanted to target. Now today is the day before FOMC. FOMC drops tomorrow, and usually on the week of FOMC, before the actual event, price action sucks, right? It's really choppy. It just doesn't know where it wants to go. It's chop city. It's really easy to lose a lot of money in this week before FOMC, especially like the day before. Like this is Tuesday, FOMC releases tomorrow. So knowing that, I was very de-risked today. I'm trading on a 150K account, so usually my size is 2 contracts. I only went 1 contract today just because the conditions, you got to protect yourself, you got to protect your downside. Obviously, we want to make money as a trader, but way more important than making money, you got to preserve what you have built up to this point. So I was very protective of my capital today. Only took 1 contract, and that's on an A+ setup. So normally, this is the type of setup that I would want to go even heavier into, right? But I only took 1 contract. We're trying to play preservative here, trying to play some defense. But anyways, so after this SMT printed, it actually printed on this candle right here. I waited, and we ended up getting a internal sweep of liquidity. Now this is where I'm gonna actually hop into my TradeAvate account because I watched the 15-second. So this is the same moment in time and price. So we have, these are the equal highs that got printed, if you can see that right there. This was market open right here, displaced down, and we got this beautiful internal sweep of liquidity right here. So what am I looking for now? We have an SMT, we have a liquidity sweep internally. Now I want to see a shift in order flow. The first thing I want to see is an inversion of this 15-second fair value gap to take longs. And then we also have a little leg right here, the manipulation leg, that we are going to consider our change in the state of delivery if price comes up past this, right? So I waited, we got the internal sweep to the downside, which was great. Price came up, gave us the change in the state of delivery right here, inverse this fair value gap right here. I waited just a little bit longer because I really wanted to see a candle inverse first presented fair value gap. That was going to be like my main confirmation that it's time that we're now heading for these equal highs. So I waited. This candle ended up, this was the last candle of the 1 minute. So the 1 minute ended up printing like this, or maybe it was this guy right here. So I didn't enter on that one. I waited, and we ended up coming up, kind of held this little fair value gap, if you can see that right there. Came up, again on this fair value gap, and then this candle actually did end up inverting first presented fair value gap. So now I got all the confirmation that I need. I got a 15-second change of the state of delivery, 15-second inversion fair value gap, SMT, and first presented fair value gap inverted with equal highs above. This is A+. It does not get any better than this. So I go ahead and set a limit for first presented fair value gap. Stop loss was at the body close of this candle right here, giving it a little bit room if it needs to wick down below first presented, right? We do have like this little fair value gap right here that price might want to tap into. First presented for reference is kind of in this general area. This is kind of like what first presented looks like here on the 15-second, if that makes sense. So I ended up getting long. I believe it was on one of these two 15-second candles, holding this bullish fair value gap in this volume imbalance right here. And I ended up holding for this guy right here for the equal highs. And then once the equal highs were taken, I was out, called it right there and there. And that was it. That was it. A nice little 3-minute, 4-minute trade. Really early into the day today, and obviously this was the best trade of the day so far. Got in super early, out super early. Nice little 1 to 2.5 today. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found something useful out of this video. This account I'm trading on right now is a take profit trader account. It's a 150K. Almost past it now. I'm at 157.1. So almost past it, and then I just got to build up my buffer. So on the way, but we're playing safe. We're protecting our capital, especially with December price action. Y'all know how that's been going. So anyways, guys, take care. I will see you in the next one. Peace.